What's happening with dollar the last 24, 36 hours or so? Profit taking plus the Fed, is that fair?
Yeah, look, I think it's profit taking probably from the strong run up where we've had. I'm not sure the Fed had a great deal to do with it. I think they were, they were fairly neutral. I think they're still on their gradualist approach. They'll be hiking rates again next month as the market expects, and a couple more times, towards the end of the year. I think with the dollar, though, we've seen a rebound from what was quite oversold levels, because the belief that the market had and everyone held that the US was doing okay, but elsewhere was doing better, just was found not to be true. But as you rightly say, it's all about payrolls tonight for what the trend may be from here.
Yeah, and what are you looking for? I mean, beyond 192 and 4, are we going to get wage growth in excess of 2.5%? And if so, would that necessarily be supportive dollar?
Well, no, look, we think that the number's likely to be a little bit softer. Our house view is 177 for the number. Look, I think it could be even a little bit softer than that. If we look at the employment components from the ISMs that have been out this week, have both been pulled back from previously. We know we had a soft number last month, and there's a bit of a sense that we'll get a payback this month, and I think that could be a little bit dangerous. In terms of the wage growth, it's coming. We're down to a point now where participation of people who want to be in the workforce is up quite high, so we're going to get higher wages. The Fed is alert to that, and I think that's going to just really confirm what the path the Fed is on, but not necessarily be a support for the dollar from this point.
Yeah, that's the thing. We've got evidence that there's a shortage of skilled labor. That could be one thing that pushes wages higher and pushes inflation higher as well. Plus, we've got capacity constraints with regards to U.S. manufacturing. They're basically at the stops. There's really not much more they can crank out at this rate without investing more in adding capacity, which will take a while to come online. I'm wondering, do you think that the risk of inflation stateside is being underappreciated, or rather underpriced by markets right now?
Yes, I do. I think inflation risk in the US and indeed globally, I think, is being underpriced. Trade protectionism doesn't seem to be as as severe, or the risk of that doesn't seem to be so severe as it was perhaps a few weeks ago. But it's still sort of bubbling away there. I think that would be a real threat to global inflation, or pushing inflation higher, because prices would be higher. But yes, we look at unemployment or employment in major economies, including the US. It's at very strong levels, and eventually that is going to feed through into wages and into prices. So we believe that inflation is underpriced in the US and globally, and that's going to mean that we're going to see central banks around the world raising rates. And what we have heard from the market in the last couple of weeks, and something which has contributed to the dollar being stronger against a number of currencies, is that central banks like the ECB or perhaps the RBA are not interested in raising rates. So particularly for the RBA, we would say they certainly are, and we saw that today from the statement of monetary policy. We think the market is underpricing inflation and underpricing the risk that other central banks follow the Fed's lead.